just got three things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your
Too bad. 14-game winning season. No one in the history of the NFL has ever done that with two different teams. On top of that, people always that came into this game doubting you. So how does it feel for you to prove all the doubters wrong to be heading to the Super Bowl?
That doesn't matter to me. I just come to work every single day with these guys. These guys in this locker room. That's what it's about to me, man.
Someday, I wanna lay down like I did Sunday. Sunday, I remember this one. Sunday, that day, way, that day. Someday, I wanna tell everybody. Sunday, I wanna hit the red dot and everybody. Someday,
foolish track, so I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down like strippers' booties go. My verses still be.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money
There
on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay
All right, Trey.
Let him have his moment.
Your Hawks did good. Yeah, you made that call from 21 weeks ago, probably before that. You made the call that your team was going to make it this year, and we all laughed. Sam Darnold doesn't win anything. And, man, he's got you guys in position here for a good one. How are you feeling about that, Trey?
I'm feeling great. Waited a long time, nasty 12 long years. I never thought I'd see the day again. And I tried to tell you guys 21 weeks ago. Nobody wanted to listen, but here we are. Me and Rubio, we're having a blast. Go Hawks. And I can't wait to get a little bit of revenge from what they did to 10-year-old Trey.
10-year-old Trey, take us back. We're going to talk about this because, I mean, this is your moment, Trey. We're giving you your moment here on the ride with Chevy and Nasty on Tuesday nights. Guys, if you're just joining us, welcome to the show. We're giving young producer Trey his moment to celebrate. What you got to understand is, not only did Trey's Seahawks exercise some demons, they defeated Nasty's 49ers 2 weeks ago. They defeated my Rams. I mean, of all the four teams in the finals, I was pulling for the Rams. That's the team I wanted to win. I went to watch him in December. I love Puka. I was shouting Puka when he got that touchdown after the boneheaded play by the Seahawks DB there to extend the drive. I was like, this is it, baby. But yet here we are standing. Sheldon's team's out. My team's out. And young Trey, and yes, Rubio's team too, is moving on to the Super Bowl. Guys, you're joining us at the height of Trey's excitement and exuberance. We're getting his reaction here. His Seahawks are going back to the Super Bowl. But Trey, before we talk about that, we got to go back because for us, we're happy for you or we're not, but we don't know what it's like to be in your shoes as a 10-year-old child watching the Seahawks piss it away against the Patriots years ago. Take us back to young Trey so we can build up to the moment where you were crying with Dine and Dash Dad and in elation. Tell us about that. Tell us about that game 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, obviously I try not to think about it. Yeah, 2015 in February 1st.
Yeah.
Still remember the day. I still remember in my jammies in the Russell Wilson jersey coming off a Super Bowl from the year before. And I remember crazy game. we blew a 10-point lead. We had a crazy catch, the fumbled, landed in I think it was Jermaine Curse's arm.
Trey, listen, man.
line.
Trey, listen. We don't care about any of that. This is what we want to know.
How did it feel if he was a 10-year-old? Like for me, that'd be like watching the Riders lose.
Yeah, it's the greatest thing ever. Like
Sheldon, it's 3rd and 1 on the goal line. You got the NFL's biggest running back, your 10-year-old Trey. You got beast mode eating the Skittles. He's ready to rock. We got this, baby. Pete Carroll, hand it to the beast.
Yeah, I thought we were going to. I thought we were going back to back. And the weirdest thing ever, Russell Wilson sitting in shotgun at the 2-yard line, and I'm like 10 years old, freaking out. Yeah. Even I knew. Give it to Lynch.
And that's the problem, because you were a young, impressionable mind at that point. It'd be like seeing something you can't even comprehend and looking over at your dad.
Yeah,
Dad,
I remember looking at that.
Doing?
What are we doing?
Is that okay?
What are we doing?
Son. It's okay, son. They're not actually going to do it. This is all just for television, for show. But Dad, ball snaps. Dad, no. It's like watching your puppy get hit by a car.
Yeah, it's like all in slow motion. Yeah, it was the worst thing ever. And Dad's right. I cried for weeks. I literally cried.
In that game, former Stampeder cornerback Brandon Browner gets his revenge by playing hard press on the receiver. And Malcolm Butler, I believe, rookie, picks up the interception. Was it for a touchdown? Am I remembering this clearly? Was it interception for a touchdown, or was it just an interception to?
They got it on the goal line, so it was game over. It was in their end zone. So yeah, it was over.
And Tom Brady did Tom Brady things, and Bill Belichick did Bill Belichick things, which we're going to talk about. And you cried 11 years.
Cried for
11 years. You know, you went from Russell Wilson lover with you. You mentioned it. You had his jersey to you hate the guy. I mean, we've heard you. You hate him. You hate him as a Bear. You hate him as a Steeler. You hate him as a Giant. He's done. He's dead in your books. DK Metcalf, dead. Pete Carroll, the architect of your dreams, dead to you. All these guys dead to you. And here we are 11 years later. Mike Macdonald, 38-year-old coach, came out of nowhere. He didn't have the long coaching pedigree like some of these guys. I looked it up. 2 years as a GA in Georgia after coaching high school. Goes on to be a videotape assistant with the Baltimore Ravens. They give him the DB coach title. A few years later, he's got a little bit more of a what is it? An intern tag, and now he's a full-time coach. He goes to coach with what is it? Jim Harbaugh in Michigan as a defensive coordinator, comes back to the Ravens as a defensive coordinator, and now he's a head coach in the NFL in the second season with a retread quarterback, Sam Darnold, who got spit out in the Jets after he saw ghosts. He literally said, "I saw ghosts." Yeah. He goes to Carolina, gets spit out there. Goes to Sheldon's 49ers. They can't see if Brock Purdy.
What are we going to do with this guy?
Brock. We can get rid of him. Goes to Minnesota, brings him to the playoffs. But they've drafted JJ McCarthy, and they have to cash in on their investment. So they get rid of Darnold. The Seahawks pick him up. They get rid of Geno. They get rid of Pete. And here we are, Trey, celebrating a victory over the Rams and headed to Super Bowl 60 in Levi Stadium in San Francisco versus the waiting New England Patriots. This could be poetic justice for young Trey. Trey, tell us about Sunday now. Tell us about
long justice. Yeah, I literally, like I said, 12 years waiting. I know some of you guys think it's not that long. It's been a long time. We spent a lot of times with Geno Smith. I never thought it was going to happen again. And yeah, to actually be in the Super Bowl is just a success in itself. I mean, all the haters all year long.
And it's pretty much a sure thing at this point, is it not, Trey? Like, how much of a mind would that be for you if they don't finish through? They got to be heavily favorites. Like, you might as well just hand them the trophy at this point, would you not?
Yeah, they're 4.5 point favorites, so it's not a given. Vrabel and Drake May are pretty good, but yeah, I mean, you watch the two games. I mean, it's not even close, right? Like, Seahawks just do whatever they want on offense. They got a great defense, and the Patriots can barely beat the Broncos. And a backup quarterback, so I'm not that worried. I think, but I don't want to count.
I got a couple of things I might want you to think about and worry about. I'm not sure where we're going to take this ride, though, Chev. Do we? I don't want to crush Trey's.
I just want to ask a question. I just want to ask a question. Trey, are we happy? Are we happy?
I couldn't be happier.
Is
couldn't be happier,
Dine,
Chevy.
is Dine and Dash Dad happy for you? I mean, his Bills
Of
lost.
course.
He's
Of
crushed.
course.
What about Dine and Dash Mom? Is Dine and Dash Mom happy for you?
Of course. Oh, I think Dine Dash Dad and Dine Dash Mom were having a little moment together towards the end of the game. I think she had to hold them pretty
Whoa,
close.
I
Like, he was
don't know
losing
what
it.
a moment is. Don't. This is a family show. Dine and Dash
You-
Dad, forgive your
Mom.
son. Forgive your son. He's taking it off the rails. We try and keep it on the track. Right?
Yeah,
Jesus,
says-
Trey, having a moment.
Yeah.
You were having a moment. Listen,
Hey.
guys. Sheldon, you asked a question. You asked a question. I think now there's no better time than to tee it up with a special edition of the 300-pound poetry. And this is a day for Trey.
And now, 300-pound poetry with Chevy and Nasty.
Like I said, a day for Trey. There once was a boy named Trey who cheered the Seahawks every Sunday.
Through rainy days and seasons cold, he wore his blue and green so bold.
He learned hard lessons, tough but true. Like maybe they should have run it on the 2. Well, it was the 1, but
He sighed, he groaned, but stayed the course. True fans believe Trey was his stubborn force.
now Super Bowl 60's 2 weeks away, and Trey can barely wait for the day.
While Patriots returned to the scene of the crime, we had to create this 300-pound rhyme.
It wasn't easy for Trey. It's been a long road, but now it's like Marshawn Lynch. He's feeling that beast mode.
With Sam Darnold rising and no more ghosts, a second chance to be the king of the coast.
Coach Mike Macdonald, a sharp young mind, replaced Pete Carroll. What a find.
With Witherspoon flying, Woolen tight, Kenneth Walker is running. He's running right.
JSN shines, Cooper Cup too. The dream feels real. The moment's true.
And Trey just smiles, heart pounding tight. Some waits are long, but this one feels so right.
Thanks,
there you
guys.
go.
Yeah,
Thanks,
That
guys.
brought a tear to my eye too, Sheldon. Brought a tear to
we
my
need
eye.
a longer song, but that was heartfelt. You know, I'll tell you what though, Chev, I feel so good for Trey and all that young man exuberance. I mean, I've been watching the playoffs. I watched how good Seattle looked when they had 2 weeks to plan for the 49ers and an injury to Kittle early on and a banged up team, second, third string linebackers. But you know, they look good with that time. You know what I'm a little bit worried about? I don't want to plant any seeds of doubt in your mind, Trey, but Seattle's shown that with enough time to prepare, they come up with a good game plan. But what the hell are they planning for based off of last week?
Yeah.
Like, New England, do we even know what they are as a playoff team?
I don't even think New England knows what they are either. Like, they had a free win against the Texans and Stroud threw 8 picks. And
I don't think that was a free win. I mean, it was closer. It was closer than it should have been. I think it was a
that's
discreet
true,
win.
but-
I think they got a 3-point lead and they just ran the ball. I don't think Seattle learned a damn thing from watching that game. And I
No,
know
I agree. But they have 17 other games
You know,
they can look at.
we do know that the Patriots defeated 3 top 5 defenses. Like, they had a tough road to get there.
Not really. They had the easiest strength of schedule since 1999 when the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Look at Trey. Trey is he's got the beer goggles. Like, Trey, we gave you your moment, but Trey's that Sheldon. You remember when we used to sit in the locker in the defensive meeting room, and Casey Crean, God love him, he's like, if you let that guy beat you, you shouldn't be a professional. You remember those speeches that we get when a coach would come in and he'd point to a guy and say, if that guy beats you, blah, blah, blah. And basically what they would do is they'd tell you those guys have no reason being on the field. And I'm sensing this from young Trey. Young Trey, that young football analyst that he is, he doesn't understand that the difference between the winners and even the lowly losers, the worst team you could think of, Trey, is the thin line between the screens. And
what is a wiser coach would have said, Chev? And what were you thinking when Casey said that? Dude, those guys are paid too.
Yeah, those guys.
The only reason they're there and I'm here is because of the way the contracts worked out. You know what? In fact, coach, This is on you. This is where I want an experienced coach, a guy that's been there a time or two before. And I mean, I guess Vrabel hasn't won a Super Bowl in New England as a head coach, but he certainly has as a player.
Oh yeah. He certainly has.
He's a guy that's got some experience with these Super Bowls. So I don't know, Trey. I'm glad you feel this good, but I'm just going to remind you that the game is still 10, 11 days out.
Yeah, they still got to
11,
play the game. It's not a given, but like, let's be real here, boys. Like,
Trey, do you remember what happened to Dine and Dash Dad 2 weeks ago when everybody was pegging the Bills to be going right through?
They're cursed. The Bills are cursed. At least like the Seahawks have Super Bowl. They have a winning culture. Their GM.
All right.
I am so thankful that the Seattle Seahawks are not cursed in Super Bowls, Trey. I feel so good for you about that.
Like, at least we got one. I know we lost a few, but we have one. It's not like we're unable to.
Okay, so Trey, what do the Seahawks have to do to exercise the demons from like you might listen, Trey? I'm going to tell you this. Like, I got to prepare you for this. Like, you feel great right now, but there might be a point in the third quarter where the jersey comes off and you're on your couch sucking your thumb with your little blankie like 11-year-old Trey did, and Dine and Dash coming to console you because it might not be going your way. Like, it could be a blowout the opposite way. Like, I don't believe you're preparing yourself for this. Like, you're only preparing yourself for one outcome, which is great. You're burning the boats and you're like, hey, we're all there. But you're not on the boat. You're still in the water. And there's a chance that you might not make it to shore, Trey. That's all I'm telling you, man. And the Patriots, God love them. I always liked the Patriots. I was a Bledsoe fan. I was a Brady fan. As much as I didn't believe in your Seahawks this year, I did not believe in the Patriots. I did not believe the Patriots would be the team that I would be seeing here in the playoffs. As unlikely a story that Sam Darnold is getting to Seattle and taking his team to the Super Bowl, the Patriots story is just as unlikely. And they have just as much an opportunity to win it on Super Bowl Sunday as the Seahawks. And the question is, what are you going to do if that happens, Trey? What are you going to do if Sam Darnold can't recreate the magic of the last couple of weeks, crushing my team, crushing Sheldon's team, crushing all comers, securing that first round bye? What are you going to do, Trey, if the Patriots raise, their 8th Lombardi trophy without Belichick, without Brady? What are you going to do, Trey?
You know what, Chevy? I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing the whole season, and I'm going to keep burning my boats. You guys keep doubting. You keep moving the goalposts for Darnold. Keep on doing it. They can't beat the Niners. Oh, they can't beat the Rams. Oh, they're 60-1 to win the Super Bowl at the start of the season. All right, keep doubting us. And you know what? I just think the outcome, it's not a given. They still got to play the game. But I'm sorry, I'm not preparing myself for the worst here. I'm preparing myself for the best. This team's the best team in the league. It's the best Seahawks team I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. And you guys better get ready for Sam Darnold winning a Super Bowl before Baker and Allen and Lamar. He's the best quarterback in the class. All right. Seahawks, JSN, best receiver in the league. It's over. It's over. I'm preparing myself for the win.
All right. So listen, let me switch gears a bit. The game is 2 weeks away, so we're not gonna kill this one dead. We're happy that it's gonna be a Super Bowl. We love the Super Bowl. We absolutely love the Super Bowl, and it always turns out to be a big fanfare. We got Bad Bunny coming. We got I think who's opening the show? Is it
Green Day?
Yeah, Green Day. I think it was Green Day opening it up. So it's going to be a good show. Someone's clothes are ready. I don't know whose dryer just went off, but anyways, yeah, good job, Trey. Way to be the sound guy. So we're gonna change it up. We mentioned the Patriots and Mike Vrabel. Trey, that is so annoying. Anyways,
yeah, it's really long. Sorry.
Yeah,
nothing I can do about it.
Is that your Seahawks sound? Listen, we mentioned Mike Vrabel. He has that pedigree, that Patriots pedigree. One thing they have done in the past is they've cheated. Under Bill Belichick, they cheated a couple of times, and that brings us to a topic quite topical today. Bill Belichick, we learned, has been passed over as a first ballot Hall of Famer. Now, love him or hate him, love Brady or hate Brady, what Brady and Belichick and Vrabel and anyone else who competed for the Patriots from that timeline of about 2001 all the way up until, 2022?
2020.
2020 did something special. 6 Super Bowls for Belichick. We all know that team as the team that everyone feared. I know when I played in the NFL, they were the team that everyone prepared for. It didn't even matter if you had them on the schedule or not. You had plays for the Patriots. What do we think of this, guys? So he got 40 out of 50 votes to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Are we perplexed? Are we baffled? Sheldon.
I'm just going to say it. I mean, guys have a long memory. Belichick's going to be in the Hall of Fame. But if I've been on the other side of Spygate, if I think he beat me doing it the wrong way, yeah, I'm getting my knives in here a little bit. He's going to get in there. But, guys have a lot of pride and guys have long memories. I find it shocking that the winningest coach of all time isn't a first ballot guy. But, I did a little bit of research on this too. There's some other guys over the years that never made it into the Hall of Fame at all. And the first name here, I name for you is Don Coryell. Okay. Have you ever heard of Don Coryell?
No, tell us about that.
He was the head coach that introduced the first forward pass 100 years ago. Not in the Hall of Fame. He didn't have the hardware though, so I think Belichick's a bit of a different case. But yeah, I think this is purely a revenge thing, and he'll get his due. But I'm sure some
wait a second,
guys smiling here right now.
Hold on. Did you pull out a name from 100 years ago?
I did. But you think about it though. You think about it. So this is a great. He's got the hardware for sure. But if a guy that can introduce the forward pass and forever change the game, not ever get nominated to the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is the people that are meant to be honored to be remembered forever. If this guy would not even get in the Hall of Fame,
I was just hoping that you would put one or two names in between the 100-year span.
Okay, Buddy Ryan, Mike, and Shanahan still aren't in the Hall of Fame.
So those two surprised me.
Yeah,
Mike Shanahan and I mean Mike
and
Shanahan,
Buddy Ryan. Yeah,
but again, if you said tomorrow Mike Shanahan was a first ballot Hall of Famer, I'd be like, yeah, for sure. Not only does he have the hardware, but he has that coaching line that came off of him that
changed the game. He changed
the game. He changed the game. And I'd be like, Buddy Ryan, same thing. Like, I think they still have. They had when I went for a visit in college to Minnesota. He wasn't anywhere affiliated. Like, you didn't know he was with the organization. He still had an office at the stadium, even though he was doing nothing for them. That's how much he meant to that franchise. But when you think about Bill Belichick, there's no comparison for his resume. There's not one guy in that Hall of Fame that's above him that could say, no, he doesn't belong here. No one could say that. I mean, if you're Wayne Gretzky, you have the right to look at the Hall of Fame class and say, that guy, no.
Lombardi, what, 2 trophies?
Yeah.
Chuck Noll,
yeah.
Tom Landry,
you
the most legend
exclude
Shula.
Guys.
Yeah.
You could exclude guys if you have that resume. But if you're lesser than him, which pretty much everyone is, you shouldn't be able to. And this is what guys are saying along. This is not just me talking. Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he lost to the Patriots a couple of times, if I'm not mistaken. Is it twice they lost to the Patriots? At least once for sure.
No, he lost once, and then once to Brady in the
Well, he still lost to Belichick when he used to be. But insane. Don't even understand how this could be possible. JJ Watt. I can't be reading this right now. This has to be some knockoff Hall of Fame or something. It can't even be the NFL Hall of Fame. There's not a single world whatsoever in which Bill Belichick should not be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like just nuts. It's like Julian Edelman, shake my head. Ryan Clark, who I'm not a big fan of. Bill Belichick not being her first ballot Hall of Famer means that no coach should ever be. It means that voters have decided there isn't a coaching resume that warrants first ballot consideration. He is the greatest, most accomplished coach of all time. This is egregious. And again, I get that there is some weight, probably a lot of weight in those voters' mind, those 10 voters' mind that put it to, the Spygate and the Deflategate. I would probably forgive him for Deflategate because that was probably Tom Brady, one of the richest quarterbacks at the time, striking a side deal with his equipment manager saying, just deflate the ball a little bit. again, deflate the ball, but that's not winning you a Super Bowl, which is so stupid. That was the stupidest thing. Tom Brady said that the NFL spent was it $10 or $15 million?
$10 million, yeah.
$10 million investigating Deflategate. He's like, if they would have paid me $10 million, I would have told them I did it. And and Spygate, every team tries to steal signals. They were the ones that got caught, but they also got punished. It's not like he got away with it and they found it out after the fact. So I don't think you should put any weight to those two scandals. He got caught, he got punished, it affected them, they lost draft picks, and even at that, losing draft picks twice, getting fined twice, the lack of money in his pocket, he still built a dynasty that people were so jealous of that they hated. And the NFL does weird things, man. The only thing I could say is at the end of the day, Bill Belichick reads the news. He has a puzzled look on his face. He's like, you know what, honey? Some of these voters are jealous. Get your 25-year-old ass to bed and let's go.
Yeah. That's
what Bill Belichick's saying tonight.
Yep. Yeah, it's just petty. It's just all it really is. I'm sure he'll get in. It's just kind of a middle finger, I'd say, for 1 year.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, he's going in for sure. But speaking of weird things the NFL does, today, not today, but I think it was yesterday. Shedeur Sanders. We've been following him since he got drafted. Shedeur Sanders gets named as an alternate to the Pro Bowl. Now, Sheldon, you know me. I was kind of anti Shedeur Sanders at draft day, but I really didn't like how
you got behind him, though. You got behind him.
Yeah, I didn't like how it being handled, his career. Like, it felt like they were punishing him for a lot of things that, yes, he could have controlled, but he probably didn't understand. And he put in his time, he said the right things, and he showed up, and he became the number one starter in Cleveland. Did some good things. I'm a Shedeur fan. I want to see the kid succeed. I want to see him do well. He had an opportunity, made some flashy plays, proved some people right, proved some people wrong. But Pro Bowl numbers? I don't think so.
Does this technically even count as a Pro Bowl, though, like being an alternate? Like, to me, this is a flag football game, and who would you pick in a flag game? I'm picking Shedeur. Right. Sure. But is this an honor? Is this something where you actually get in your bio that you were a Pro Bowl selection?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, Pro Bowler.
It does list alternates.
Well, Pro Bowler, when you say
he's a Pro Bowler, but the Pro Bowler hasn't been a thing for 10 years.
Yeah, he's not an all pro. He's not an all pro, but going to the Pro Bowl was a symbol of excellence. Was a symbol of this is the best.
So let me ask you this. Yeah. How is that process done these days? Like, are they going down the list and like, do you have to go? Did they maybe go to some names in front of them that said, no, I'll pass?
They did.
Right?
They went to Trevor Lawrence, Josh Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Mahomes. Like, all these guys are injured, or they don't want to play, or they're in Cancun and they just don't care. Like, it's just not really that big. Like, their other alternates was Riley Leonard for the Colts, who played like 4 games, or Cam Ward, who stunk all season. Like, this is nothing. And it's not even an award anymore. It's an all pro. If you're a Pro Bowler, like, go play dodgeball.
So it's an NFL football festival. It's no longer a big deal anymore. Yeah. So we're saying that the NFL Pro Bowl is no longer what it was, and the Hall of Fame has no standards for coaching, because obviously, as Ryan Clark, and I agree with Ryan Clark, if you don't put Bill Belichick in as a first ballot Hall of Famer, there is no resume of any coach that could be a first round.
He cheated. He cheated, though.
If you ain't cheating, you're trying, Sheldon. If you ain't cheating, you're trying.
You ain't trying, yeah.
Guys, I think we should take a break now. Let's take a quick break. When we get back, I know Sheldon has a little bit more of a football related story. Before we get going, I just want to thank you all for joining us every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. on the Ride with Chevy and Nasty. We're brought to you each week by Performance Freight Management, We Drone Real Estate Media, and YYC Business. And you can find us at Chevy and Nasty anywhere you watch your podcast, whether Facebook and YouTube, or Amazon, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Guys, let's take a quick break, have a drink, have a pee. We'll come back and we'll hear from Sheldon. He's got something to share.
Performance Freight Management is a global logistic freight shipping company that will handle the entire shipping process for any package to any country. Whether it be a simple truck shipment from your office to Toronto or your company importing generators from China, PFM Freight handles it all. We have the expertise and technology to handle any shipping requirements. Skip the guesswork and let us take the shipping pain off your plate.
Do you want your business to be known? YYCCalgaryBusiness.ca is Calgary's only online media platform that gets you noticed. Short-form video content is rapidly taking over as the most effective way to engage your audience. Whether you're being interviewed on a vodcast, sharing a sizzle reel, or even hosting your own show, there is one place you can publicize your business. We want to tell your story and introduce you to our network of empowered business owners and leaders right here in Calgary. Isn't it time you took your digital game to 11? Call us or email us now.
Welcome back to The Ride, everybody. I'm Sheldon Napaschik, the nasty part of the show. Randy Chevrier and Trey Smith, our intrepid producer. Last week, one of the things that Trey was producing for us and put on the table was some controversial calls that we broke down, watched them close. The NFL doesn't seem to know what a forward pass is versus an interception, or the rules change from game to game and team to team. But something weird happened to me after we broke those down. You know, our show goes kind of late. I usually can't sleep until about 2 o'clock. And, I actually started having a dream about the show and about breaking down plays. So the next thing I know, we had Trey, me, and Chev were breaking down a play where the team was, it was like second and goal from the one. They just need about 6 inches for a first down. They run the ball. The play clearly gets stopped, but then there's a review where it gets overturned. And during the review, they sent us down onto the field. And it was the weirdest thing because instead of a replay on a screen, we were right there. They rewound it back. The guys backed up. We had to get out of the way. Sure enough, they got a first down. And the team lines up to run the play. So Chevy and I naturally get down into our 3-point stances, and we're playing in the 2A gap. So Chevy and I were nose tackles. Somehow the helmet's on, the gear's on. And we're down there. In my mind, this is perfectly normal. Okay, well, I guess we got to stop him on this one. I remember thinking in my mind, last play, center went right. So he's going to go towards Chev. They're going to do the same thing because it worked. So I'm expecting to see the center go off. I'm going to shoot right off of his ass and make the play in the end zone. Didn't happen that way. The center pulled. And as a defensive lineman, there's 2 ways you can play a pulling lineman. You either shoot off his ass and pursue from behind, or you cross face with your hands and your feet. You cross face and get yourself into that gap. And on this one, the natural play was to cross face. I quickly do that. I get around the block. The ball carrier is coming up. And as I go to dive and make the tackle, bam, I fly right into my wall. Chevy, no word of a lie. You know when you twitch when you sleep?
Oh, yeah.
During training camp, when you're exhausted, you tend to twitch a lot more because you're playing football in your dreams. I was playing football in my dreams. When I crossed face, I launched myself out of the bed and I threw myself into the wall, and it ended up with 1 foot on top of the book counter. Has that ever happened to you? Like, you actually throw yourself out of bed? And my wife and kids, this was around like 7 o'clock, 7:30. My wife was already downstairs.
Oh, so you didn't
they heard it.
Yeah, because I mean, you could have cross faced the other way, and I thought maybe if Amanda was in bed with you,
dude, it would have happened. I'm telling you, I would have flattened her. Because it was. I know it was the twitch of the crossing face. I literally threw myself out of bed, and the ball was coming, and I didn't get the satisfaction of making the tackle because something about hitting your head against your baseboard tends to wake you up in an awful hurry. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, Chevy, it did remind me of this. I got in that stance. I read the play so fast. I think I still got it.
You got it?
I think they needed me for that one play in the end zone. I was there. So anyway, I know now. It was a great dream. I had a couple of bruises, but I'm okay now.
Well, you know what? That's a good one. That's a good one. I've had one where, I was long snapping, and it happened recently where I was actually I don't know what I was doing. I don't think it was in a football game. I was showing someone how to long snap, and I literally did. And long snapping is like it's like an explosive movement, right? So it's like a full body movement. And I did a full body twitch. I didn't fall out of the bed. But yeah, I do remember that. That's happened a few times. I think one time I struck my girlfriend while she was sleeping by accident, very, very much by accident, but it's happened, right? The twitch happens. I do believe a long time ago, I mean, I'm going to put myself out there, guys. I had the dream that every football player dreads. This is the one that I had. You're at the game and you got to pee and you're on the sidelines and you don't know where to go. And then you know, the defense is on the field. So you think I'm going to run to the bathroom because by the time the offense gets back on and then we have to snap on a punt, I'll have time to go. And I'm in the urinal at BC Place, full pads on. I'm standing at the urinal. And I tell you, Sheldon, I was at the game. I was like you. I was there. I was in it. Yeah. And you're pushing it out and it's not coming out. And you're like, you gotta come on, like you gotta go. Like this has to come out now because they're calling me to punt. And you can hear Chevy, let's go. You're like, they're gonna punt soon, and you're pushing, and it's not coming out. It's not coming out. And then just a little bit of you push, and then all of a sudden you wake up and then you run to the bathroom. It's happened. I'm telling you, it's happened, guys.
Swarming here all of a sudden.
It was a little. It was just a little bit, Trey. It was just like
it happens. You know what's crazy?
It was just like and I just remember. It happened a long time
ago. Relief, and then you wake up.
God.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and you kind of get, and you're like, and I was lying on my back. I was like, oh shit. I gotta get up. It wasn't a full like release, but it was like enough that I woke up and I realized I was not at BC Place. We were not gonna punt the ball. And
but you know what's so crazy about that? How like dreams mirror reality. That is not such a far-fetched instance that you had, because that thing did happen to you when you were the Stampeders and playing in Regina. Yeah. Like I don't know if we've probably told the story on the air before where Chevy has to pee. The O-line, Pilon's telling him just let it go on the sidelines. He goes, I can't piss myself on the sidelines. There's a picture a dude took in the old Taylor Field of Chevy there in the public washroom. The guy taking a picture with him, selfie at the urinal.
Well, I guys, I don't want to talk about my release, but speaking of pissing yourself, I was watching a show on Friday. We talked about this last week, guys. We're going to shift gears here. We're talking about this last week. We talked about a Skyscraper Live. We're talking about the Human Spider-Man, Alex Honnold, on Netflix. He was going to climb Taipei 101. We got it straight this time. Taipei 101 in Taipei. The free solo climber. He's got an excellent documentary. I haven't seen it yet.
Let's make sure we get it right. It's Taiwan.
Taipei is in Taiwan. Come on, Trey. Jeez, the facts. Facts don't matter.
No, China will ban us if we call it Taipei. We gotta call it Taiwan.
Trey, I was making a transition from peeing my bed to peeing my pants. And long story short, it was supposed to be on Friday, live Netflix event. And we've talked about live Netflix events before, whether it was the Jake Paul fights or some of the Netflix football. This was new territory for them. A single man doing something unbelievable. It was supposed to happen on Friday night. I even said it on the show. I tuned in Friday night, and all of a sudden it says Saturday night. Well, I guess the weather conditions weren't right. It was raining, and they postponed to Saturday. And Sheldon, I'm going to tell you this. We all know he lived. We all know he made it to the top. And Saturday, I couldn't watch it live. But
there's something fundamentally different or wrong about this guy.
Sheldon, watch how he scales this. If this video, watch how he scales this. Sheldon, he's doing some commentary on the science of this. And he said, when you're climbing a mountain, there's resistance. The rocks are porous. There's grit. Your fingertips grab, but on a steel metal polished surface, there's nothing. All he had was a freaking bag of chalk, man. Like, hey,
what if you get a B? What if you get a B? Starts buzzing around, gets in your collar. Like, here's the thing that really gets. So, like, I no doubt, hats off to this guy. That's a tremendous feat for sure. But what was in it for him? Like, one, did he make his mom or his girlfriend proud? What would your mom say? This is stupid. This is one of those play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Well, at least he got rich. Dude, did you hear what he walked away with from doing this?
I have no clue. What did he win?
$500,000.
$500,000. That's nothing.
So that was nothing. So through all the training that he did and setting up a Netflix deal, he didn't even have the fundraising to make himself so he never had to climb ever again. I think this was a waste of potential and opportunity. This guy should be doing. He'd have a bigger impact on me if he was doing Mission Impossible movies as a stuntman, or something like that.
Sheldon, there's that quote, and I don't know who said it, but it said, "Why do you climb a mountain? Because it's there." And I guess that's his mentality. Jamin puts up a little quote there, and he said that someone climbed it with ropes, and he did it, and it took him 4 hours, and Alex did it in an hour and a half, and he said he was going fast too. His wife was there, fully supportive. I mean, for me, watching, I'm not a climbing enthusiast. I don't know anything about the sport.
Because I'm not a falling enthusiast.
Yeah. But listening to him and the mental fortitude he has and the focus, there's a special brain inside there. There's a special type of drive.
That's short but special, man. Like that's maybe I'm looking at it different. You're looking at this as one of the greatest stories of mankind's accomplishment and achievement. And I'm just saying there's nothing in there that says I look up to this or I want my kids to pursue.
I would never want my kids to this. All these people are going up to that building right now and filming these TikToks where they can't even climb that first ledge. And it borders on insanity. But greatness does border on insanity, Sheldon. Anyone that's done anything great has bordered on that line of insanity. And one, it's your mind. You got to get your mind to the point where you can do it. But then he had to do with his body. And that's, for me, the connection of mind, body, and what this was. And again, last week I said it. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to see him fall, but I was watching to see if he fell. I want to see what that looks like. I was curious, and he didn't. And I watched it on the replay after I knew he lived, and I'm still, when we talk about it, I still can't believe what I had watched. There's been some great fun. We talked about Felix Baumgartner going up to that top of that ladder and then free fall from space, but he eventually died. His daredevil nature died. I just heard today in the news that someone died paragliding out in Kananaskis. These extreme sports have a cost, but this guy seems to defy the odds. And for me, not that I would do it, not that I aspire to do it, but I do think it's fantastic. I sent some video last week of I sent it to someone else about Super Dave. Remember Super Dave Osborne?
Yeah,
you remember on Bizarre? And every week he'd have some crazy stunt. Trey doesn't know who Super Dave is. But if you look up Super Dave, for those of you, guys who follow the show know who Super Dave is. Every week he had a stunt and he always got killed.
Yeah.
You don't get to
come back. He didn't really do the stunt, though.
No, I know. You don't get to come back from this. I wonder, do you think Free Solo guy, like I look at our logo in the background, do you think he could climb the Calgary Tower by hand? Do you think there are?
Yeah, I think these guys can find just about anything. Like it looks like a smooth surface to us. Even I did find it here. He climbed it once with a rope just to see if it was possible.
Okay.
He had to know the route. You have to know if you got it because it's not a matter of turning your hands into suction cups. But I think any building can be climbed, or at least you can find out if it's a climbable building or it's not. Just like a rock face on a cliff. But dude, I'm just shocked that he did this for less than $1 million. I mean, to me, this is something like guys got to walk away with $10 million on a massive Netflix special. How are the ratings? Did you see anything about the numbers on this?
Well, 6.2 million people on Netflix. But again, you got to understand, like if you were like me and you had it earmarked for Friday and then you tune in on Friday at 6 p.m. and it's not there and you're questioning what the heck happened. And then you realize it's Saturday, you may have made plans on Saturday. You may have had your nice dinner plans, kids hockey game, which is what I had going on Saturday, and you might have missed it. So I'm venturing to guess that number might have been double 12 million if it went as planned, because again, there's a lot of people that circled that on their calendar and say, I got to watch this. I got to at least tune in for the first 20 minutes. And then like I said, I showed up on Friday, 6 p.m. I dropped Kyle off at hockey early so that I could come back and watch. And I think I even texted you guys. I'm like, crap. Again, I'm full of misinformation. I told everyone it was on Friday, and I was right. It's just that the weather was wrong. Guys, listen, thanks for tuning in. We're getting a lot of comments, and I love it. I love it because if we're getting comments, it means that we're talking about the things you want to talk about or hear about. We just come here and shoot the shit on the show. We gave Trey his space, but there was a comment that came in way early in the game. The comment was from Rubio, and it was a question, Sheldon. It was a question that the listeners, the viewers want to know. Rubio, our good friend that lives down in Lewiston, there it is, Lewiston, Idaho, big Seahawks fan, sent Sheldon a bidet. Rubio's been talking about this, the butt washer. Like you take a poop, you get a nice wash. Most of us just have toilet paper. We deal with whatever that is. You had a hand delivered, probably from the Amazon guy, but it was delivered by hand through the wishes of Rubio, a bidet. Sheldon, we want to know, tell us the review on the bidet.
So he sent that bidet, and it was the next week where I missed the episode because I was when I was sick. I quit smoking, and my December was a write-off. I didn't take on any big projects. But towards the end of December, beginning of January, I saw the box sitting there in our walk-in closet. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this on. But Chevy, the same way I'm a little bit afraid of heights, I'm a little bit afraid of cold water.
Splashing on your butthole.
So I don't know what you guys have in there in Idaho. I don't think it's a whole lot warmer than us, but I'm a little bit nervous about that. But Rubio, I have not forgotten that. And it is it still sits there staring at me, mocking me some days. So I'm going to commit to it this week. This week I'm going to get it done.
You have not installed it.
I've not installed it. Yeah, I have not installed it. I'm not the handiest of guys either, but I think I can figure this one out.
Sheldon, listen,
I will report. I'll put that as my homework. I'll put that as my homework assignment. I'm going to report back next week.
It's a spray of water either hitting your butt or your balls. So come on, man, you got to get it in. But listen, Regan says bidets are the best. Anyone that's been to Europe knows that bidets are a common fixture in the toilet.
Regan, has Regan used one that's not heated though? Like that's what I want to know. Because I don't know, it seems like when you jump into the lake in midsummer and that water's cold, right? Like
it hits your
cold.
butthole.
It is cold. It's shocking.
You know what? Speaking of buttholes, and we talk a lot about different stuff on this show, from Trey's Seahawks to Sheldon's butthole. I go for my we talk about men's health, right? So every year, guys, the fire department, we have wellness. We have a yearly wellness, and you go in and you do all your tests, and it's great for the firefighters because a lot, it's a very physical job, and you got to be ready. And they want to make sure everyone's healthy when you're going to help people. If you become a victim, that's a problem. So very, very conscious of the firefighters' health, and we have a very good and robust health program, and it's been great because for me, someone who never got myself checked, if I wasn't a firefighter, I probably wouldn't have developed the habit to go see my family doctor every year, which now I do. And we've talked about that at length, when I had a tumor in my neck and some of the things that we've gone through, and just trying to advocate for men's health, which we've done over the last few years. So I walk into my doctor and I'm like, I'm turning 50 this year, Sheldon. And at 50, there's a whole bunch of tests that your doctors want you to do that you never had to worry about when you're Trey's age. Sitting on the couch watching the Seahawks go to the Super Bowl. You didn't have to worry about these things. But when you're turning 50, they talk to you about these tests you got to do. And you hear about it in your 30s. You hear about it in your 40s, but you're like, it's not me, but it's me now. So, usually I go into wellness and I've got all kinds of things I'm complaining about, from my knees to my headaches. But this year I'm feeling pretty good. Nothing's really hurting. I'm like, I did personal bests on all my physical tests, if you would believe that, at 50 compared to what I was at 42 when I came to the fire department. All personal bests, like on running, on lifting, personal bests. And I'm not even taking anything, so I feel pretty good. But I tell her, I say, doc, I said, maybe this is a function of aging, but I pee a lot, like a lot. I pee a lot more than I normally do. I know this is bodily fluids. We've been talking about bodily fluids, but it's a real deal for older men. And we got a lot of older men that watch the show our age. And I said, I don't know if it's something I should be concerned about, because I know it's kind of connected to the prostate, but I wasn't making the connection. I was just like, oh, tell me it's normal. And she's like, well, it could be your prostate. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So what do we got to do? She's like, well, I could test it for you if you'd like. And, it's 8:00 in the morning. And I know what I could check for you if you like means. It means I wasn't prepared for this conversation when I walked in this morning. I thought you were going to give me a clean bill of health. So she gave me, and me, I talk a lot. I was kind of biting my lip. I was like, how do I get out of this one? Like, I know I should do it. So I did it, Sheldon. I got the prostate checked, and I was nervous. I was nervous because who wants to get their prostate checked? Because it's not a thing you go about. But I got my prostate checked, guys, and it wasn't the most comfortable thing. It wasn't something I truly enjoyed, but it wasn't that
a little bit enjoyed, or what do you mean you didn't truly enjoy it?
Zero joy.
Yeah.
But we're going to come back to that question right there. We're going to come back to that question right there because
I'd rather not. But
no. We're going to come back to that question for a reason. But I did it, and she checked it, and it didn't last longer than 15 seconds. She said, "You know what? Everything seems okay, but slightly enlarged. We're going to send you for further tests. Send you to get an ultrasound, send you for the blood work," right? So that's what I'm going to do next. And I thought that's important because, prostate cancer is a number one killer in men. It's a number one killer because most guys won't get it checked. And the reason you won't get it checked, and again, I've been the same too, was the question you just asked right there, is a little bit of joy. And then what does that imply? And then why do guys not want to do the thing that could save their life? You know what I mean? Like, think about us as men. We spend our whole lives making sure we're in that box that's like whatever's defined as being a man is being a man. And a little question like that would, again, natural because we tease each other all the time.
I think most people just don't want to find out they're going to die or get bad news. I think it's more the fear, right?
Yeah, but getting your prostate checked is a little bit of a, no one's open about saying, hey, I got to get this done. Because then, like you said, you'd be like, well, did you, you make the joke, oh, did you enjoy it just a little bit? And it's like, no, I didn't enjoy it. No, was it as bad as I thought it would be? No, it wasn't at all. But I could see why a lot of people don't do it, guys, and why they wouldn't be upfront about it and say, hey, you should get your prostate checked, because they don't want someone to like bug them and stuff. So it's a very interesting thing, but it's super, super important thing to get checked for men, especially our age, Sheldon. We talked about that age of invincibility. And I got it checked. It was, the thought of it was way more uncomfortable than the actual having it done. And she's like, listen, you like, I don't know. I just finished running on a treadmill. Like, I was running on a treadmill. I did all my tests. I was like, am I supposed to wash? Like, I was all these questions in my head. And she's like, listen, this is probably more awkward for you than it is for me. I've done thousands of these. And when she said that, I was like, okay. I said, so what do I have to do?
Just do it.
She said, lie down on the bed, put your knees to your chest like you're a little baby, and don't worry about it. I was like, okay. So I got it checked, guys. And that being said, it seems like everything's good, which is a relief, but I'm still going to get some follow-up. But again, we talk about mental health. We talk about physical health. We talk about football and bidets. We got to talk about the important things too. And I think it was a great way to kind of talk about men's health. If I would encourage you guys to go see your doctor, go report any kind of symptoms you have, even if you're peeing more like me, like peeing 3 times in the middle of the night. That's not normal. Go get it checked out, see what they have to say. There could be pills, there could be whatever, but at least you get followed up and you find out what you need to do to make it right. Guys, let's take a break. And then when we come back, we'll wrap this thing up in style. What do you say, Sheldon?
Let's do it.
Performance Freight Management is a global logistic freight shipping company that will handle the entire shipping process for any package to any country. Whether it be a simple truck shipment from your office to Toronto or your company importing generators from China, PFM Freight handles it all. We have the expertise and technology to handle any shipping requirements. Skip the guesswork and let us take the shipping pain off your plate.
want your business to be known. YYCCalgaryBusiness.ca is Calgary's only online media platform that gets you noticed. Short-form video content is rapidly taking over as the most effective way to engage your audience. Whether you're being interviewed on a vodcast, sharing a sizzle reel, or even hosting your own show, there is one place you can publicize your business. We want to tell your story and introduce you to our network of empowered business owners and leaders right here in Calgary. Isn't it time you took your digital game to 11? Call us or email us now.
Yeah, you never know where the ride goes. I mean, we didn't plan that segment. It kind of just transitioned from Rubio's bidet that he sent you. But since you didn't set it up and tell us what the review is, we had to transition.
Well, I'll get your review. We'll do the full video reel for our socials this week. It'll be awesome.
But yeah, what's that again? I'm going to ask you.
I get nervous though because I watch regular. Yes, cold sometimes sucks. The heated ones are better.
There you go.
But you know what? I'm gonna set this thing up. And Rubio, I appreciate that. That was really awesome that you sent it. I'm just being a chicken, not setting it up. So I'll get it done this week.
Yeah. Was that awkward, me talking about getting my prostate checked? Like, be real. Like, if you and I were on the phone and I'd be like, hey, Sheldon, like when I had my tumor in my neck, I remember ignoring it for months. And I mean, at some point, I couldn't ignore that. It was like I had a golf ball, like basically a golf ball in my neck, and I was like, I think I should get this checked out, and then you go for an ultrasound and they're like, hey, listen, this looks bad. I mean, that was visible to me. Something down there, colon, prostate, that's something that if you could never go, it'll sneak up on you. But if you can't in time, right? But I mean, we have the man ban in Calgary, like it's a big deal. But still, most guys won't confront that. And so I don't know if that conversation was awkward, but, we talk about mental health, suicide prevention. That's just as important. And I know it sounds stupid because we're talking about our butts, but I guess it has to be said because no one else will, right? Like we got a great group of guys, like, I don't know, 30 people that tune in live to watch us, whether they're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or listening on Spotify and all those channels. If there's one of them after my story of me feeling very awkward about this, but then getting it done, goes out there and gets it done, and maybe they find something that can be removed or treated with medication, then I guess the awkward conversation was meant to be had, right? And the same thing happened when I did the conversation with my neck. I remember the day I found out I had what they thought was a malignant tumor in my neck. I was playing ball hockey with my guys at the church on Monday nights. And after the game, I never do this, right? I brought the guys in. I was like, hey, guys, I got to tell you something. This is what happened to me. I've been putting it off. I went to get it checked, blah, blah, blah. And long story short, 2 guys in the group, ball hockey group, just a bunch of guys, went to their doctors, and one guy had one in his neck as well and had it removed. So, I mean, that's what we're trying to create here, right? A community of guys. Yeah, we bullshit about football and food and all bidets and whatever you want. But at the end of the day, we're here to look out for each other. So hopefully for someone out there, it helps. And the younger guys, like Regan's a young guy. Trey's a young guy. My son, I saw my son out here. He hears the message. Maybe eventually he's like, hey, you know what? These guys were talking about this. We're now 50. It's not that big a deal. Let's get it done. But I did say we talk about food, Sheldon. You had a great food story that you told me today about Burger King. I think when we talk about, maybe we'll open Studs and Duds, and let's talk about your food story. Trey, hit it.
Studs and Duds.
Well, my food story, actually, it wasn't Burger King. This was McDonald's. Have you seen the ads for that new McDouble cheesy melt that they had come out? Like, McDonald's comes out with a new sandwich every now and then.
Yeah. They've been aggressive with their new food marketing lately. So I can't keep up.
It fresh. So yesterday I was coming back. It was like a 4-shoot day. I started in Southeast Calgary, out to Cochrane, finished right in my neighborhood. But at the end of the day, I hadn't eaten all day. I was starving. I was like, I'm going to get McDonald's, and I'm going to put a smile on the boy's face and pick up that McDonald's McCheesy double melt. And I'll tell you what, for my stud or dud, have you tried it yet? Because I'd like to get some other opinions. I thought it was a good sandwich. But that really wasn't the point of it. That was more of a snack. I loved it, by the way. It was good cheesy, little crispy fried onions in there for a little bit of texture. It's basically a Big Mac without a bit of a different sauce, without the bun in the middle, but it's worth a try.
Okay.
But when I came back and I was talking with my boys about the sandwich, and they're like, yeah, it is. It's kind of like a Big Mac. But my youngest son, Kai, comes up and says, but Dad, I just saw this thing about Big Mac tacos. Can we try making that? Because he knows I love, whenever we see a recipe or have a recipe at a restaurant that we love, we try to duplicate it at home. And I'm like, yeah, but I said, we don't have tacos. He goes, well, I'll make my own. So last night, my boys, while I was busy working, getting my editing and everything done, they made homemade tortillas out of flour, and mixed up all the ground beef, made the Big Mac sauce. We made, long story short, sorry, I'm going on and on about it.
No, keep going.
We made Big Mac tacos. And I don't even know what the recipe is. I don't know how to make tortillas. I could figure it out. I guess it's not that hard, but my boys took it on the project. They even went as far as going to the local grocery store, walking there and picking up some green relish, because we didn't have green relish.
Because you need the green relish for the
Big Mac sauce.
Big Mac sauce. Right? It was the relish and mayo, and
I have no idea. I always talk about the things that I make. They made this themselves without me having any input into it.
No way. How was it?
It was awesome. So
Really?
First off, there's nothing better than like a homemade tortilla. It's fresh.
Yeah.
We just threw it on the pan. It heats up till it kind of puffs up a little bit and browns a bit, and then you throw the burger in there with a little bit of the finely chopped lettuce, because they got me like a vegetable shredder for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
It was awesome. But I guess my thing is this: I don't know so much if it was the sandwich that was a stud, but I love it when kids start taking on your traits, but taking it on as their own and running with it in a different direction than you would. I thought it was awesome. They made dinner for me, including running to the store for groceries. I didn't have to do a damn thing, and it was delicious. So yes, Big Mac tacos are a thing. I highly urge you to try them out. They're delicious.
Well, you talk about your kids taking on your traits, and I should be scared then, because I think Sunday morning I woke up and it was just me and Kyle. The other brothers were at their mom's house watching the dog, and I woke up and there was like a huge pot of Kraft dinner, and then there was a plate that had the remnants of about 13 waffles. I guess Kyle got up in the middle of the night and made like a pot of Kraft dinner and waffles. And I woke up. I was like, he woke up. And I was like, Kyle, did you just make Kraft dinner and waffles at like 2 a.m? He's like, yeah, Dad. He's like, I made raspberry waffles with whipped cream and Kraft dinner. I was like, whew.
Good.
So, well, I mean, it wasn't homemade like your kids, but it was like he tackled the hunger. He tackled the hunger, and at the end of the day, that's what you got to do. I wanted to ask you a question. Going back to McDonald's, I haven't been in a while, and when I go, I usually go for the coffee, maybe just the fries, or my kids will get stuff. I start to notice, and maybe I'm noticing more and more fast food places are now really having that $5 menu packed with some decent options. Because for a while there, I mean, you go to McDonald's, you buy a Big Mac combo. You're looking at a $15 to $20 meal. I went to Harvey's. Harvey's is my favorite burger. You get that Angus burger, the double Angus with a fry and a drink. You're looking at almost $17. But I started looking at like I was driving by a McDonald's the other day and I saw the value menu. Is that where that burger you're talking about sits on the $5 value meal? Or?
No, it's like an $8 burger, and it's not worth the price. Like fast food used to be cheap, and that's why you did it. I think these restaurants have completely lost their way, and that's part of when you got a $17 minimum wage or $15, depending on where you are. But yeah, I respect that $5 value meal coming back. To be honest, I don't hit fast food very often just because it's not satisfying enough to be worth the cost. If it was a $5 meal, or what I like is when you're taking your kids to something in the morning, hitting like a breakfast combo. It still costs you $10-11.
Yep.
But a breakfast combo is good. But I've seen those $5 coming back. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Sheldon, maybe a $5 meal is not hitting its value, but you know what meal does hit its value and hasn't lost its way? The $1.50 Costco hot dog.
Yes.
There's no disputing that the $1.50 Costco hot dog is still the king of the deal. And Sheldon, we had all our topics planned for today. Like we were ready to rock and roll. And all of a sudden this thing came across my Twitter feed. And I need Trey to put this picture up because this is a game changer, Sheldon. Guys, do you see this? So for those of you that are going to be listening on Spotify and Amazon and Apple Podcasts, the Buck 50 is a tray that you can clip on to your cart at Costco that basically holds a drink and a hot dog. Guys, this is ingenuity. You talk about Alex Hammond climbing the Taipei skyscraper as one of the greatest feats of humanity. This little piece of molded plastic right here is an absolute game changer, Sheldon. I mean, no longer do you have to stand or wait for a seat or tackle some old lady to get into the Costco seating area. You can grab your hot dogs and do your shop. This might be the greatest thing ever, Sheldon. What do you think about the $1.50?
I think that's brilliant. I mean, just calling it the $1.50 because of course Costco hasn't changed their prices on their hot dogs since like 1983. It's been $1.50 ever since. I love that. For me though, I can't see myself walking through Costco eating a hot dog. But you know where this would come in, and they missed it a bit for me. I'm obviously not their market. But what I would want is on the way out of Costco when tonight my wife picked up a couple of Costco hot dogs, a couple of poutines for the boys. And I don't know if she got drinks tonight, but I've done it before where I come back and what do? You got a cart and you got a box with your food. And what do you do with all the drinks? If you're bringing back 3 drinks, you can't do it. Costco would get me every time walking out of there if they had like a multi-cup holder so I could feel like, okay, I got the boys a nice little treat. I know I just bought all the groceries, but I don't have to cook when I get home. That would be amazing. I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, I think this is a game changer for a lot of people because sometimes you go to Costco hungry and you got to do your shopping. And so if you eat, like if you can hold off and do your eating after your shopping, well then good for you. But sometimes you go there just for the hot dog and then you got to pick up a couple of things. Like this is genius. This is, reinventing the mousetrap. It's the light bulb. It's the Apollo landing on the moon. This is one of the greatest feats of human engineering, as far as I'm concerned, because you can enjoy one of the greatest deals on the planet while waiting for samples that are free in that place.
And that's what I love about it because it's not an upsell. No, I don't even know if they make money or lose money on these hot dogs. But the fact that they put it out there as a convenience to a customer just to enhance the experience, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, pretty good. Do we have any other?
Wait. Before we move on from that, Dad and I are just chatting.
I just saw that your Seattle.
Let me pull it up. Well, just because I knew Seattle had a hot dog and I wanted to celebrate a little bit yesterday, so I invited my sister and her roommate for dinner yesterday since they feed me all the time, and I was like, oh, we're gonna have some Seattle dogs. It's not a great picture there, but I cooked up some bratwurst, and then you took the cream cheese and I caramelized some onions and put some jalapenos on there. And it was really good.
That was amazing, Trey.
Really good. Yeah, it was incredible actually, and I would definitely have that again.
So cream cheese will totally cool down those jalapenos, which are cut pretty thick, but I'm gonna say. And what I love about this, the last time you cooked with jalapenos, you didn't take out the inner shells or the seeds, and the same thing here. You left all the hot stuff in the
it was great.
Dog.
It was delicious.
So, what I could see, and it might not be a Seattle dog, but I could see you sliding a slice of bacon in there just for a little extra fun, and that might be the perfect dog. So you make a Seattle dog? Do you dress it with like mustard, relish, ketchup?
Yeah, I put some garlic chipotle sauce on there.
Okay,
and it was really good. Yeah, it was the play. It was really, really good.
Dine and Dash Dad says looks better than your Master's egg sandwich, and I gotta agree. Their Dine and Dash Dad, that looks way better than your egg sandwich. I'm actually inspired. I might have to get the recipe or try that one out. Little caramelized onions, little cream cheese, little jalapeno, and a perfectly roasted bun. Which
that is good. And I'm thinking back. I'm thinking. I kind of want a hot dog. I did my Harvey's thing tonight. Last week I did Firehouse Subs. I went to Costco this weekend with my son Kyle to pick a couple things up. He had the hot dog. I decided to go for their Montreal smoked meat. Even though they used the wrong bread, the smoked meat is legit. They use their ciabatta bun, and I guess it's not a real Montrealer who created that recipe because they need to use a rye bread. But look at those sandwiches. We got the Firehouse action last week. So which ones do we have here at the Firehouses? We talk about them every week. I got to get my friend Pearl to sponsor us. Pearl owns about 5 of them, and I work with her in the fire.
We gotta have a ride meetup at that new Sage Hill location, or whichever one's convenient for everybody. We gotta have a meetup and try them all. But
so I didn't take a great picture on the left there, but that's the pastrami sandwich. That one's really good. The one in the middle is that smokehouse brisket cheddar one.
Oh, that one's so good.
I haven't tried that one yet. Is that does that have any roast beef on it, or is that just like the
it's brisket, so it's smoked brisket. So I don't know. I don't think there's any roast beef on there. And then the one on the right is the Montreal smoked meat, and that one's by far my favorite. It's so good. I love that one.
Man, I'm still full from dinner, but I could probably crush a firehouse right now.
So here's what's so funny about that too. So like I told you last time we were talking, I think when we came back from Toronto, we were all telling restaurant stories. Chevy, you just had the trip with the boys. We're talking about what we ate. Jamin writes in, called me up that week and says, you know what, dude? I have so many places that I miss from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Winnipeg's got a great food scene. We got to jump on one of those WestJet flights and just take a boys' food trip.
Oh, that'd be
Cozy
good.
this week says, you got to pick Chevy's brain. We need to make a trip to Montreal. Hit Schwartz's. He goes, what's that other place he's talking about? There's something that would be awesome about. It'd be great if you can catch a game, but you know, if you can catch like a WestJet standby flight and just get out to a city with a great food scene and spend 3 days just walking up and down downtown, visit a couple of malls and filling your face, that would be a good use of 72 hours.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Thursday night, I'm happened to be catching a flight to Montreal. Going to go visit Mama Chevrier. If you guys recall, a couple of weeks ago, she celebrated her 84th birthday. A couple of months ago, she had a hip replaced. I called her the week after it happened. I think I was heading I was coming back from Mexico. I called her up and I said, you know, normally I don't do this, but I needed to give her a goal. She was kind of discouraged with the pain. And I said, Mom, I'm coming to visit you at the end of January. You got to do all your rehab so we can have a good time. So again, for me, when I go to Montreal, the best place I can eat is at Mom's house. It's hard for me, but I will get out. So just so you know, I will get out to go to Dunn's smoked meats. Schwartz's I like,
Dunn's.
but Schwartz's you got to wait outside in the cold and it's small.
Yeah.
And the floor is
That
so
is good, right?
It's great, but Dunn's has a more restaurant vibe. It's true Montreal. So for me, I'll go to Dunn's. I'll probably go for a Milano's sandwich. Milano's is one of the greatest, most famous sandwich spots in St. Leonard, which is the borough that I'm from. And I'll probably go hit an orange julep with my nieces because if you guys don't know what the orange julep is, it's like real orange julep, not Julius. The orange Julius is garbage. If you go to Montreal, go to orange julep. It's a big orange on the side of the highway, like old school diner where they bring your food in on rollerblades, or it used to be roller skates. And it's just a humongous orange, and it's this creamy orange juice made with like egg and milk and cream, and it's unbelievable. So we always take a trip there, but there's a lot in Montreal, and I agree it would be an epic food trip. But for me and Kyle going to visit Nana
it's
Carla,
all about Mom. Yeah,
we're gonna have the greatest lasagna ever made.
Yeah,
and whatever comes out of her kitchen. So I'm looking.
And what you say that might not be open to Cozy and I when we go to Montreal on a food trip. Mama Nona's kitchen might not be.
Oh yeah, it'll be. Listen, my mom sits around all day, and if I tell her, hey, some of my boys are coming for a coffee, she'll make something. I don't know if she'll make a full lasagna these days, but she'll make something for you guys. I mean,
get her to freeze a couple of pieces. It's not beneath me to pull them out of the freezer.
Oh yeah, no. If I tell her you guys are coming, and you want a lasagna, she'll make a lasagna. I promise you. I promise you. But short of you guys going to Montreal, I think it really begs a trip for Chevy and Nasty to ride down to Altadore and go get one of those Seattle dogs from Trey, because I haven't been invited to his place for a hot dog. Have you, Sheldon?
No, not yet.
I mean, all the mentorship
as he just laughs.
As he laughs.
Come on down.
Yeah.
Don't expect 5-star dining, but
I expect what I saw. I even like that little serving tray there, the serving place that you had him on. That was you're picking up your game.
Okay, listen. We got to end the show. I know we got to end the show. I didn't want to go here, but we went all over the place from Trey 10-year-old Trey. We wrote a children's story for him. We're going to publish it. It's going to be a fantastic book. We talked about Bill Belichick and his hot girlfriend. We talked about bidets. We talked about climbing mountains, peeing our pants in the
exams,
everything.
Yeah.
I know I didn't want to go here, but I'm going to give you guys your time. Talk about your defenseman. Talk about your defenseman for your Edmonton Oilers. Go for it.
What's there to say? I mean, it's just standard now.
What do you expect?
Twice in the last 2 games, dude. This is just the Oilers just kicking into third gear. Maybe up to fourth right now.
Yeah, need to lock down the goals that are going in our own net a little bit. But
it was the first time in the history of the NHL.
What an exciting time to be an Oilers fan. Yeah, holy. What a game against Washington. Big comeback, last second goal. Bouchard, 6 points. Should have put him on Team Canada. Echo him last night. What a time to be an Oilers fan.
Wait a second. Did he just say put Bouchard on Team Canada? Last year, Trey, listen. Trey, if I was an NHL player and Trey told me, like if Trey came up to me and asked me for my autograph, if I'm an NHL player, and Trey said, "You're my favorite player," I would be, "Kid, you better not throw me under the bus." Because this is all I've heard from Trey. Oh, Russell Wilson, the favorite. And then, dude, that guy sucks. He's washed. He's garbage. Blah, blah, blah. Pete Carroll. Oh, sucks. Garbage washed. Oh, the other one. Skinner. Trey is the biggest Skinner hater in the world. He doesn't even want Skinner to, like, when you have a guy that you cheered for so bad, so hard, and then all of a sudden he goes on the slump. He gets the yips. Maybe he's feeling the pressure. You kind of feel bad for the guy. You want him to go somewhere and succeed. Anytime we hear a positive story about Skinner, Trey just wants to crap all over him. Like, Daryl is the biggest Pittsburgh fan. And Trey's like, no, you watch Daryl. He's going to tank. He's going to die. And now,
hold on. I only saw him for 4 years.
I'm finishing my rant. And now, here he is, young Trey, saying he wants Evan Bouchard to go to Team Canada because he's the greatest thing. So wait till June. That's all I got to say. Wait till June and see how. If I'm Evan Bouchard and you just said, you're the jinx, Trey. If I'm Evan Bouchard, I am now scared because now you like me. I'm scared.
Wow. And you know what the worst thing is, I thought you were full of crap until I just thought about it. And for me, I think the Super Bowl is going to be very telling. Trey, we might kick you off the bus. If Seattle doesn't come through, maybe it is you, dude. Wow.
Oh, I'm taking the show. I'm taking the Oilers. I'm taking the
rookie
Seahawks.
with all the talents, all the potential. But
I don't know. We want to count on Bouchard, but like,
Trey, listen.
Everybody knows Bouchard can
second most points in the playoffs ever, points per game. And I'm critical of him because we pay him $10.5 million, and when he turns over a donut in front of his head, I'm going to be critical.
I'm going to tell you this, and I think you better watch out for the Sheldon. You're going to see a pattern here. He bought a jersey for his dad a few weeks ago. What happened?
Oh,
what happened?
Jersey didn't last 2 weeks.
Didn't last 2 weeks. Last year he was all, Skinner's the man. He got him traded. I thought it was Connor McDavid that got traded.
And now since he's far from Trey, dude, he's lighting it up.
Yeah, he's lighting it.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Remember this guy? Hey guys, remember this guy? I don't know if you guys remember this. If you follow the show, you remember a guy named Trey Ford, the savior to the Edmonton Elks. Trey bought his jersey. Trey was the minute the dude got benched, maybe a week in, Trey flushed him. Like, oh, he's garbage.
Old Man Club won that one, so just flush him. See ya.
Trey, I've officially found the worst sports fan in the world. It's you. You're the worst. You jinx your guys.
It's just easy to say I'm the worst. Hey? Yeah.
Well, now I know why the Edmonton Oilers lost.
I wrecked it all
because Montreal lost the other night. That's why I'm saying this. But
I'm still on. I have no hopes that the Canadians are going to win a cup this year. They're sure exciting to watch. Cole Caulfield.
I'm just get a replay on that.
Nobody
Pretty sure the parade was planned back in October when the Avs were doing good.
Yeah.
Cole Caulfield. I'm kind of upset that Cole Caulfield was left off the Olympic roster, but at the same time,
that's some BS.
Less hits on the body. I mean, he scored a ridiculous goal the other night. He scored 3 goals. I was ready to gloat to my best friend in Montreal that the Habs were going to beat the Bruins. I'm at the gym. I go shower. I come out, and the Bruins are winning 4-3. And it was like the end of the third. I don't know how it happened, but Caulfield got 3 goals. He got another one, I think, 2 nights ago or last night. He's fastest to, I think, is it 30 goals? Took him 56 games, like one of the youngest guys to do it that quickly. He's on pace for a lot of goals, and he's on pace to make Bill Guerin regret his decision. That being said, I'm not like you, Trey. I don't make my team lose when they go to the Stanley Cup Finals because my team's not going to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Dude, you became a Leafs fan for a decade.
I did. I was mad at them. But Trey, of all the people on this show right now, you're the one who really either gets to ride, the elation of victory, which escaped you the last 2 Stanley Cups, but
and
might
Blue
get
Jays.
and the Blue Jays, or you might just experience what every Buffalo Bills fan has been experiencing for decades, just that solitude of being a loser.
Oh, a loser. If the Seahawks don't get this done, I'm a loser. I've cursed the Oilers, I've cursed the Blue Jays, now I'll curse the Seahawks. Might as well just not be a sports fan.
You have 2 weeks. Listen, you have 2 weeks to develop an exit plan. I want to know on the next show what Trey's plan as a fan. We need to know what your plan is. If the Seahawks don't come out victorious, what is the plan? What's your exit strategy? Because we're clearly going to put it on you. So next week, your homework is to tell us what happens. What is the first 48? Those cop shows? I want to know what the first 48 is if the Seahawks lose the Super Bowl.
Okay, I'll come up with an exit plan just for you, Randy.
Perfect.
All right, guys. Hey, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Wouldn't you say, boys?
Well, yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, I see in the comments that everybody's a little bit hungry right now. So make sure, guys, tonight, thanks for watching, sticking with us till the end. Make yourself a little treat, even if think about what you're going to make to take to the office tomorrow. And I think we're onto something with these food trips. I think that's something all of us should delve into. Maybe a topic for the bye week next week, the ultimate food trip. Where are we going in late January? I don't know. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us all on the ride. We really appreciate it. We'll see you here again next week.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people,
to see if we could become something more.
So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
It's like to lose, to feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same. Dread it, run from it, destiny still arrives.
Sam Darnold!
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And get this man a shield.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe. But this does put a smile on my face.
The Seahawks are champs of the NFC West. We are in the playoffs. We are in the dance.
against the trees. But I just see the memories as they come, as they come. And I couldn't help but fall in love again. No, I couldn't help but fall in love again. I saw it glitter as I grew and loved it. Why I never knew. I thought this place was heaven sent, but now it's just a monument in my mind, in my mind. And I couldn't help